Hello, besties. It is currently 12:05 a.m. because I am a mad lad and I am terrified. I'm having an anxiety attack. Please help me. Actually, don't. You can't help me. Anyways, you know how you could help me? Eat water, drink your food. Yeah. And no, it's not because I'm tired. That's the catchphrase I'm trying to push upon this channel. Anyways, today we're going to go through the besties of the CIA's greatest hits. But drug addiction. No, oh my god. Drug addiction. So anyways, I'm reading off, whatchamacallit, Institute for Policy. Wait a minute, you can hear the noise. And no, we're not going to talk about the music in the background. So, France. Wait a minute. Wait, no. Here's a quote by, oh, I forgot to say. I'm reading off an Institute for Policy Studies of the CIA, Contras, gangs, and crack. Anyways, here's something by bestie Dennis Dale. Here's a quote. In my 30-year history in the Drug Enforcement Administration and related agencies, the major targets of my investigations almost invariably turned out to be working for the CIA. Dennis Dale, former chief of an elite DEA enforcement unit. Yeah, besties, yeah, this is about to get serious, and I'm not gonna listen back. I usually never listen back to my videos, but, this one especially, so if you can't hear me, say I in the chat. I'll record this video some other day, but no, actually I won't. Anyways, 1947 to 1951 France. CIA's got the guns, got the cash, got the propaganda, basically told Corsican criminal syndicates in, is it Marseille? Marseille? Marseille, to wrest control of labor unions from, the communists in this French place. Unfortunately, they used, criminal syndicates. So basically, they accidentally made a heroin capital of the Western world. It took about, only a couple months. Connection to the mafia. CIA accidentally did that. Oopsie daisy. Won't make that mistake again, except we did. Anyways, early 1950s, Southeast Asia, the Nationalist Chinese Army, organized by the CIA to wage war against Communist China, accidentally became opium baron of the Golden Triangle, parts of Burma, Thailand, and Laos. Basically the world's largest source of opium and heroin, Air America, the CIA's principal proprietary airline, flew the drugs all over Southeast Asia. That's just how you do. And Southeast Asia again, 1950s through the 1970s. So this was black and white TV to Technicolor in Indochina, Southeast Asia. During U.S. military involvement in Laos and other parts of Indochina, Air America flew opium, heroin throughout the area. Many GIs in Vietnam became addicts. The CIA built a laboratory in northern Laos, which was used to refine heroin. After a decade of American military intervention, Southeast Asia had become the source of 70% of the world's illicit opium and the major supplier of raw materials for America's booming heroin market. Wow, the CIA be creating illegal jobs, but they're still creating jobs though, so I think it's fine. Anyways, so Australia gets the land down under with the spiders, the weird camels that stand up on two legs and aren't camels. They're actually marsupials, and they box apparently. They're Mike Tyson, but actually a marsupial. Oh my god, I sound so unintelligent. Anyways, 1973, 1980, Guggenheim Bank. CIA was basically CIA Bank. Among its officers were a network of U.S. generals, the admirals, don't forget about the admirals, and CIA men. Men were the Gaslight Gatekeep girl bosses. Oh, I forgot, this is the 73 to 80. Like, around this time, I think, like, women were just, like, starting to be allowed to have credit cards. Because banks are terrible. So, yeah. There weren't as many Gaslight Gatekeep girl bosses yet. But now, there's starting to be. Anyways. What else? CIA men, including Director William Colby, who was also one of the lawyers, and it had branches in the Saudi Arabia, the Europe, the Southeast Asia, the South America, and also, guess what, the United States of America. This hands bang financed drug trafficking, money laundering, and international arms deals. In 1980, amid several mysterious deaths, the bank collapsed. $50 million in debt. Anyways, Central America. So, like, oh, I'm so tired. Okay. 1970s and 1980s, for more than a decade, Panamanian strongman Manuel Noriega was a highly paid CIA asset and collaborator, despite knowledge by U.S. drug authorities as early as 1971 that the general was heavily involved in the drug trafficking and the money laundering, you know, just bestie things. Noriega facilitated guns for drugs, flights for Contras. If you watch the video I'm gonna do about the Iran, the Contras, the scandals, then you'll see why, like, the CIA was so, oh my god, this guy is the bestie that we need. The bestie of the besties. Anyways. Guns for drugs, blah blah blah, USA officials, blah blah blah. U.S. officials, including then CIA Director William Webster and several DEA officers, Drug Enforcement Agency, I think, sent Noriega letters of praise for efforts to thwart drug trafficking, albeit only against his competitors. But, like, you have to give them credit. Yes, you're monopolizing the industry, but you're taking out those other yuckies. Just because you're a yucky doesn't mean you can't. You can't take out other yuckies, and you did that. So we're gonna give you, letters of love. Then the U.S., like, turned against this Noriega guy, invading Panama in December 1989, and kidnapping the general once they discovered he was providing intelligence and services to the Cubans and Sandinistas. Ironically, drug trafficking through Panama increased after the U.S. invasion. Y'all are useless. Anyways, and then the rest of Central America in the 1980s, San Jose Mercury news series documents just one thread interwoven, blah, 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 blah. CIA obsessed with overthrowing the leftist Sandinista government in Nicaragua. Well, then leftist. We don't, whatever happening to the Sandinistas now doesn't seem so good. No, it's not the CIA, it's themselves this time. It does, at least the CIA doesn't cause all the problems in Central America. Anyways, blah blah blah, supports drug traffickers, blah blah blah. 3 year drug smuggling through war zones. Contras, drug pushers, blah blah blah. Just Nicaragua, blah blah blah. You know, drugs and stuff. Supporting the drug pushers so that you can overthrow a leftist government that just overthrew like some other repressive regime. Costa Rica, Southern Front for the Contras. Oh my god. Honduras being the Northern Front. Y'all are useless. I can't. There were several CIA Contra networks involved in drug trafficking in addition to servicing the Meneses London operation. Detailed by Mercury News. Go look it up. Noriega's operation. There was CIA operative John Hall, whose farms along Costa Rica's border with Nicaragua were the main staging areas for the Contras. Hall and other CIA Contra supporters, pilots teamed up with George Morales, a major Miami-based Colombian drug trafficker, who later admitted to giving $3 million in cash and several planes to Contra leaders. In 1989, after the Costa Rica and government indicted Hull for drug trafficking, a DEA hired plane clandestinely and illegally flew the CIA operative to Miami via Haiti. Did I say Miami? I mean Miami. Via Haiti, the U.S. repeatedly thwarted Costa Rican efforts to extradite Hull, the drug pusher CIA operative, to Costa Rica to stand trial. Also, Costa Rica once more. Costa Rican-based drug ring involving Cuban Americans whom CIA hired as military trainers for the Contras. Many had long been involved with CIA and drug trafficking, used Contra planes in Costa Rica-based shrimp company, which laundered money for the CIA to channel cocaine to the U.S. Oh my god, the plot just thickens. Costa Rica was not the only route. Guatemala, whose military intelligence service closely associated with the CIA, the besties of the Central Intelligence Agency, get it straight, this is their full government name, Central Intelligence Agency, harbored many drug traffickers, very not pog. Boo. According to the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration, was another way. Station Cocaine Highway, along Cocaine Highway. Mendolin's cartel's Miami accountant, Ramon Milian Rodriguez, testified that he funneled nearly $10 million to Nicaraguan Contras through longtime CIA operative Felix Rodriguez, who was based at Ilopango Air Force Base in El Salvador. Contras was all like a plan to like overthrow the Sandinistas, blah 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 blah. Formerly owned CIA bases were used, blah 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 blah. Contra cards, blah 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 blah. Anyways, oh no, how many? Haiti. Included cocaine trade. Haiti, cocaine trade. Afghanistan, supported Mujahideen rebels who engaged heavily in drug trafficking while fighting the Soviet-supported government had plans to reform Afghan society. Blah 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 blah. Supporting heroin refiners, just cause. Well, to stop the communists, because apparently communism worsened drug trafficking, even though the drugs come back here. Anyways, Haiti, probably the same thing, just to control the politics of Haiti. Support drug traffickers, I guess. Be like the CIA. Do drugs. Just kidding, don't. Don't.